Welcome back to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony, guys. How you doing today? It's your girl, So Pretty Tony, and you know where I'm coming from. And today, we're diving into one of the biggest shows of the off season on into this coming season right here with Olivia Miles leaving Notre Dame and taking her talents to TCU. From the beginning of this season on all the way through the NIL play to why this move could change the entire landscape of women's college hoops. We're breaking it down right here on Court Vision. Let's get into it because you know the vision. We see the game differently. Well, guys, here we are. We're going to break it all down. Olivia Miles is a player that I find very intriguing, and her ability to be one of the phenomenal passers. I see her going into the W and being another Chelsea Gray when it comes to the dynamic pass play of her game. But we know that when she was at Notre Dame, which she did in the 22-23 season, and how she showed off her passing skills and ability to get the rock wherever it needed to go. She got injured in that 23-24 season. Then she came back in the 24-25 season and dominated, more so showing her abilities to be able to shoot the ball extremely well from the three-point line, right? I want to give you some of her stat lines before we get down into this and break it down. So let's just talk about her game a little bit with some of her stats. So let's move this, guys. There we go. This was her three-point shooting percentage during that time. In the 22-23 season, you see here she was only about a 23% three-point shooter. But the dynamics of Olivia Miles' game was just the sheer fact that she could get up the floor. She had speed. She did it with grace, and she's still doing it with grace. She's kind of lengthy in her legs and in her arms. Her torso isn't that long, so it makes her look like an extremely long guard, which, however, she is considering her height. But it allows her to do some of the things that she's doing and be able to capitalize on some of the big plays throughout the most pivotal moments of a game itself. When the team is down, when the team has its lows, along when it has its highs, you always see Olivia in the midst of it, right? But one thing that I love about Olivia Miles' game is the sheer fact that Olivia plays extremely well as a team player. She plays as a whole. She doesn't play as an individual. And that right there is going to equate tremendously into the W when it's her turn at the end of this season. Where she's going to be ranked will determine on how well she play and what she can bring forward to the game. As well, of course, we know how well she is, how good she can play, how well she can pass the ball, where she can get in the seams. But you know what? I'm going to look for her to pick up on that defensive end and lock down solid. That right there is going to be something that I'm looking forward to because she can defend, but I want to see her be in beast mode when it comes to defending. However, the other thing that I wanted to see Olivia Miles do was pick up her 3-point percentage. But as you can see here, where the big leap she took from the one season, which was her first season, second season, of course, being agent, but jumping hugely to a 41% from 3-point range and just being able to pull it up at any given moment. Going through, let's get this one up here. Statistical profile for last season. 15 points, 5.6 rebounds, 5.8 assists, turnovers 2.5, steals 1.4, blocks 0.2. To percentage, 55%, 41% from the 3-point line, and 79% for field goal percentage. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Loving it. What's going on, Goon? Welcome to the live. I see you, my boy. Welcome. Come on in. Tell me what you think about good old Olivia. Hey, Miss D, what you got going on, Miss D? I'm talking about my girl Olivia. Let me know if you want to come up. I got you. I got you. You said they twins? yeah, Goon. I see it. I see where the twin light can come on in. What's going on? How you good? How you doing there, she girl? I like that. Chocolate girl. Welcome. Come on in. We just talked about Olivia Miles and her game. I just want to give a quick rundown because the season is on the way. And before we get into conference play, those that have missed what a great point guard and that Olivia Miles is and the great contributing factor that she's going to have in a W will be awesome. Yeah, let me get you up here, Ms. D. Hold on. Let me get to my let's see. Invite. I'm gonna invite you, Ms. D. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop the link here. That way I don't have to send it to your Instagram and it's difficult to get. So I put it in the link. What's going on, Hensley? Welcome. Thanks for coming to live. I'm doing well. I think so. Where you at, Ms. D? Let me add you up here. Where you at? Oh, you know what? Let me switch here. All right. You good, Ms. D? I can't hear you. Turn on your mic.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I can't see myself because, the new StreamYard is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm on the vertical or the other one.
Yeah, I took off the vertical. I took off that vertical because I noticed they have that now. Remember, I was asking you in ADP, what was that? You have to click it before you start the stream to take it off.
You mind if I stream mine?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, sure. Always. You come up here with me, of course. I want you to go ahead and get your hours and lock in. Absolutely. What's going on, chat? Hey, ADP, come on up here, girl. You know, I've been waiting for this piece right here. Hit the link, ADP. I'll put it in the chat. Oh, I agree with you, Goon. Absolutely. I see. Uh-oh. I circled for a little bit. Hit the link, ADP. We talking about Olivia Miles. Hey, cut the ish. I got the link, girl. The link is in the chat. But back to Olivia, just her stats and the improvement that she had from one season to the next. You tell me a little bit about what you thought of Olivia Miles' first season in 22, 23. Then she was injured. Well, I mean, she, have that red shirt time, but from the time she was you actually got to see her play in 22, 23. And then she had to sit out in 23, 24, and now in 24, 25, which is her last season at Notre Dame. So tell me a little bit, Ms. D, about what you think about the leaps that you've seen Olivia make. You are mute, Ms. D. While we wait for Ms. D to get back, but in the chat, you tell me. Now you can see me. I can't see. Oh, I got you. I got you.
I'm sorry.
I got you, Keisha. I was asking you based on her jump, as you can see at 24, 25. And I'm going to go back to this so you can see it, right? This was the leap that she made from the straight pull-up 3-point percentage range. Look what a huge difference.
Wow.
And imagine that it can go up even more just this year, right? So I would love to see her, but that's such an amazing percentage right there from the 3-point line, from the 3-point range, from the pull-up aspect. It's super, super easy. Super easy.
I think she, she came from that injury. So I think she was comfortable last year. She finally, came back from the injury. And so, yeah, she was fully healed last year. And, TCU is I guess it's the school for rehabilitation. You have, not just basketball, but personal. You had Prince, you had heavily band lift. So this could be
hey,
good
Keisha
for her.
Daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Keisha Daughter. What's up, Keisha Daughter? Welcome. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, I'm just saying how TCU could be that type because of the offense. I guess the offense they run, and it allows her to. There's no other, big name. As far as she's the only big name, so
right,
she get a chance to do her thing. So
right.
that's why yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely see it. I absolutely see it, without a doubt. But that leap to me, what it spells to me. So say she would have come out and was in the W, her rookie year this year would have been her rookie season, this past season. Do you fear that she would have been one of those top rookies this season in a W?
Yep. Yes, but I think she saw how it was going. She didn't want to go to the sky. No, let me stop. She didn't want to go to the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I think it was a good idea for her to stay back another year, because for every player, there's still improvement, right? And by no means, hey, Goon, I've never invited you on my panel. You are more than welcome to hit the link, my boy, and come on up. But I think her going back another year, staying back another year, will give her the opportunity to work on some things that she critiqued herself. I remember the interview that she had with Candace, and how Candace pulled out some footage and broke it down. Now, I can give Candace Parker this. Candace Parker can take film and she can break it down extremely well, just watching what we've seen on the one podcast that she have, not the new podcast that she have, because that podcast to me seems to be a little bit messy. The other podcast where she has film and she's breaking down films and she's talking to the players individually, to me allows her to be able for us to see players' vision, watching things through their lens and seeing what they're able to see without us just having to critique it from afar, right? And watching Olivia Miles give her viewpoint on that and how she was able to break it down, and her IQ on what she sees and how she sees the floor is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I would have said that, yes, she has great vision, but she has perfect vision after listening to that interview. I think that she has perfect vision. And again, she is going to remind me, well, she reminds me even now, What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see y'all, ladies. I see you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in. I see her being just like a Chelsea Gray when it comes to the passes. The dimes are crazy. And I have some footage that I'm going to show that will kind of just highlight some of her footage from Notre Dame, because, of course, we're just now getting into TCU. And at the end of this season, I'm going to pull up the best of Olivia Miles at the end of the season, so we can now recap both breakdowns, the one from Notre Dame and then from TCU, so you can see where she differ. Did she grow? Did she stay the same? How did she elevate her teammates? Those are major questions to ask, because those are major questions. I mean, major aspects that she's going to need when she get into the W. So the other statistical that I showed you guys, just for those that are just coming in the chat, wanted to just show you Olivia Miles stats from last year, just on the 33 minutes that she was able to play throughout some of the games, mostly throughout the season last year, and her percentage, what she looked like then. Just the big leap. You saw how she leaped from the pull-up three-point percentage between the two seasons that she played with the Irish versus, being hurt, and where she is now. And I see, just watching the two games that I've seen this season for TCU, and the other ones I'm going to go back and capture, so I can get the best of what I see this year to critique her in the correct way from TCU. How many games have you seen of Olivia this year so far, Miss D? Have you seen any?
No, I've seen some highlights. That's all I
Okay.
saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw two games and she looks extremely well. But she got a huge big, she got a big, and then she got a huge big. And the big that she got is Suarez. Suarez is a beast within herself, and I can't wait to see Suarez pull off such a phenomenal year this season, because remember, she had her injury. She's back. She's playing well. She's a bucket. And having Olivia Miles play with someone like that, they're both going to look extremely well. But they got the big post there too, the super post. That girl is big. I think she's 6'7". She's another one of the largest bigs that, of course, will end up in the W should she stay healthy, or say that's where she want to go if she chooses to play at the next level. With her size alone, she's going to be gone. Yes, I say it too, T. Camilla. Suarez is a problem. That girl is a problem. She is a bucket getter, and I cannot wait. I'm going to vamp another screen so I can kind of capture the games when Keisha and Broclard are off and they're doing their thing, where I can catch TCU, and especially if they're playing kind of off or double season, so we're not bogging my girl Keisha down so much. I'm like, Keisha, we watching this game. Where we at, Keisha? Keisha, everybody's Keisha, 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 Keisha. I know Keisha's like, God damn, stop calling my name so much, y'all. But we love you, Keisha. We love you. You rock with us. You work for us. We work for you, rather, not you work for us. We work for you. and we always calling you for your assistance. But I'm here now. I'm finding time. My job has got me extremely busy. I was busy, then I had a whole lot of time because they switched me around. Now they gave me even more work because I have double the business now. So, but my time, I'm going to try and depict a specific time that I come on almost every day, so that way you all know that I'm here, that I'm going to drop. Also, that doesn't coincide with my girl Keisha, because I love going up with her, and as well as Bro Claude with his crazy self. And then, of course, I always will dip in on you, Ms. D, and ADP. But you've only seen the highlights, Ms. D, but I'm telling you, I want you to go back and kind of go and pull one of the channels that have a full game, or even just a 10-minute highlight reel, and just watch what she has done along with Suarez, because of course it's going to show Suarez in there as well. And Suarez is She is one to watch. She's one to watch, and she's one that gonna steal somebody limelight in that draft. I'm telling you, this year, although Olivia decided to go back into another season into NCAA, Olivia, I believe, was picked to run at number 3. But these numbers right here is what was the difference maker for putting her from number 3 versus number 5 or 6, just because she worked on that pull up 3. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's the last year she's coming back from the injury, so yeah, and she looked a lot better. Her shooting got better.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of like a driver before, but she started shooting better.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
plus, you avoided the Chicago Sky. So if she could avoid it again, I don't know, but we'll see.
All right. All right. And I agree with you, Chocolate Girl. A scenery has done her well. It has. It really has. When we
Well,
see,
oh, go ahead. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead,
and I
Miss
was gonna
D.
say
Go
TCU is the like I said, the rehabilitation school, so he could say that the coach.
ahead.
So as far as, or not necessarily that, just come here, you can get your numbers. It's a fun offense to play for. So yeah,
Yeah.
he could say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I totally agree. There you go, ADP. Yes, it is it's a change of scenery. But one thing I like, Chocolate Girl in chat, along with Miss D, is the fact that TCU, that coach, I don't know where he come from, but he can recruit. He can recruit.
Yes, yes,
He
he can.
can recruit. Let me add ADP on this. There you go, ADP. What's going on, ADP?
Hey, ADP.
Hey guys.
Yeah, he can recruit his butt off. I gotta give him that. With him pulling in the players he did last year, this year, and I'm gonna say the first year TCU was actually put on the map and made it to the playoffs. I had one player on that team, and we used to call her Monster. Her name was Tierney, Tierney Henderson. But Tierney was a monster on the board. She was a small forward, a dynamic 4. I would place her and Angel in the same category. Um, but of course, Angel is Angel. Angel is as you said, and she has an obsession with the boards, which is a great thing, right? Have an obsession with the boards, where every time a board comes down, she's in the midst of it, is a great thing. Tierney was, and we called her monster. We called her a monster because she was just a monster on the boards. That's why we gave her the nickname, and she helped put TCU on the map. So ever since then, TCU has attempted to define themselves from the W, I mean from the W, which is the women's portion of basketball. Again, once she and her teammates graduated, and this has been that pivotal moment with the coach that they have now. He has done a great job on recruiting, and I want to give him that. But not only that, he shows his charismatic feel, which is something that you love to elaborate on, and that's not a bad thing, Ms. D. I think that coaches having a charismatic feel for their players is always a good thing, a good thing. But it's the character of the coach to whom you choose to play for. When you learn the character of the coach and you play for them anyway, you have to know the outcome should anything happen. But with this coach, he has the charismatic, the loving feeling for his players, and he shows it well. He shows it to the players. He makes it known, and I think that that's a good thing. But that right there will afford him to be able to recruit the way that he's recruiting. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think that this guy has done a phenomenal job. And if you think that he has more up his sleeves with more players coming, that he could bring more players in from the portal next year, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Well, I want to say
Uh,
this as well. He not only can he recruit, he could coach, because you have a lot of coaches that can recruit, but a lot of coaches that can't coach or kind of don't know how to use their personnel. So he has both.
Right.
He has both.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if he, look, I don't know if he, it's a smaller school in a conference that's okay. The Big
Mm-hmm.
12, hey, the SEC or bigger conferences might come, come calling.
Mm-hmm.
You never
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. 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 And so I'm gonna post this stat here. Finishing half court rim finish in 2024, 58%. Anybody know me knows that I'm a numbers person, right? I love numbers. I love pulling them up. It says people don't understand. Yes, absolutely. People don't understand that recruiting is a big part of coaching. Absolutely, 100%. Without having this, and you don't recruit well, you're not going to look good. Let's look at some of the teams just real quick that's playing right now, right? Everybody says that my team, my number one team, LSU, isn't playing anybody. When you build your schedule, and that's another video I'm going to do, when you build your schedule based on what you've lost and you're not sure what you're going to gain, sometimes will look like this. I don't think that when Mulkey built the schedule, and she always built her schedule with allowing teams, and I would say local teams that are in the area to be able to afford to play a top school like that, a top contending school. That has been a part of Mulkey's history. And so I'm not going to take that away from her. I don't think that all of the teams are and within their conference. They may not be, as the term, dumpster juice. I don't. I'm me personally. I'm not going to call a team that. They just aren't ready for a team like LSU. I'm going to say that they thought they were ready. They wanted to put up a good fight, and sometimes you get caught in that web. And that spider web can get real sticky, and it's hard to get out of that mud after a time. But once the game get on the way, it's not much else that you really can do other than try to play through it the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what do you think about this here? This percentage. I could see this being it and more. This was the depiction of her for the draft in 2026. I mean, it's going to be the depiction for 2026. That this is where the stance should be. It with that number. Where do you think that she will end up in the draft?
well, they predict that she's the number 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At any point, do you feel she can steal the number one spot?
Oh, that's a tough question because somebody else can
Yeah.
steal it.
There's a
Some other
number
players
of
can steal it.
guards right now. There's a
Lauren
number
Betts
of
is not
players.
really. She gonna get in there because she's 6'7", but she's not really impressive to me.
You say number 3, T. Camilla? T. Camilla says she's serious 3.
Nah, it could flip flop. I like Fudd,
I see.
but it could flip flop. It could flip flop
Yeah,
between her and
Ezzy,
Fudd to me.
it's gonna be Ezzy gotta they both have to have these stellar years, right? And I think I've said it on a couple of other streams. This is the year where this is they're sitting in the office in their best suit, in their best dress, right? And you have to perform, you have to give the best, the most prolific interview that you absolutely can give. And that's what this season is for these ladies. And I want to see because and the reason why I say you have to pull off a stellar season for all of these guards, right? Because there's too many of them that's alike. They're good. You don't have one that just totally outweighs the other. I see a difference in each of them, right? But as these players are playing, it becomes that tug of war. It was the same when they went into their college years. Where would they be and how well will they perform? What will they do to help their team stand out? Those were the questions. And now we come around 4 or 5 years later for some, right? Seasons later, and we're asking that same question. So it's a twofold. We're bringing it back. It's called run it back, run it back. So they're running it back. What do you think, ADP?
Well, I haven't watched her play this season, but just to see her points going up from last year, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? All her like her points she went from 15 to 17 points per game now.
Mm-hmm.
Um I think TCU was good for Olivia. It's giving her a breath of fresh air. She's able to play like she wants to, and don't have to be going back and forth with someone else. And I believe,
Right,
because
Goon.
she seems like a very good team player. I see her dominating this year.
Yeah. Down to see right now the media has the number one slot going back and
And
forth
you had her
between
at three
Fudd and
times.
Betts. Yeah. I haven't given a number. I haven't given a
No,
number.
they have her at 3.
Oh, they got her
It's
at three.
between between Fudd and Betts.
Right
But
now, yeah,
even that could change
one is
because
going between those two, right?
right,
But
right,
Mm. I think
If
Olivia gonna be
Olivia
one or
gives
two.
if Olivia gives a stellar season, she could give a good season and she'll be 3 at best, right? But if she gives a
Oh,
stellar
gotcha.
season, somebody's getting bumped.
I believe somebody getting bumped. I think she has a point to prove, and she's proven it. And if she's going into the W,
Yeah,
trust
that's
and
right, cut
believe.
the ish.
they
What
do.
you say?
So you still got to account for the foreign
Some people pushing.
players because now you remember
Um,
Dominic Malanga, she kind of snuck up in there because I never
Yeah.
heard of her. I never
Yeah.
heard of
See,
mm,
Dominic.
yeah,
Malanga stuck in there, but I think
Yeah.
that they put her at 3 had she come out this past season, right?
Hmm.
But I think to me, Malunga, I'm watching Malunga, and I no, I take that back because you watch Malunga in the playoffs and she looked different than she did during the regular season. She looked like a
Right.
beast. And I can't take that away from her game. So no, I was gonna say that it would have been easy for Olivia to been 2 and not 3 last year in a position that she was going to be in the rankings. But however, you know, here's where we are. They gave it to Malonga, but I see, right? Sometimes it just takes you watching because I didn't get to see the full picture
I
of
still want to take
Malonga.
her. Malanga, she's good, but she's still a kind of a project. I want to took her at that point, but that's just me. But you know why I say that because it was a veteran team, and so you had
That she was
aspirations of
on.
yeah, and you have aspirations of winning a chip, and they needed to
Mm-hmm.
get a seasoned um rookie, somebody that played in college and played USA and or played overseas that's 22 at least. So it's a difference between a 22-year-old and 18-year-old. So yeah, our what is she what cut the ish our fam, she could
Uh-huh.
uh she could sneak up in there. But somebody
Yeah.
said Flau'jae. Flau'jae could sneak up in there. You never know.
Yeah.
Depending
I
on the
like
season. I like
Flau'jae.
Flau'jae.
I like
Hmm.
that she stretches when she plays, right? She makes
Right.
herself longer and bigger than her actual size, right? And her length
Hmm.
is, which is good. But in certain situations, it can hinder, right? But I see her being in those top numbers. I don't see her being a 2, but possibly yes, a 3. But it would have to be behind players also like I said, I see Olivia being in front of Flage. I am gonna say that unless
yeah.
they're looking for more height or depth,
Or
but I
maybe,
see her
well,
in front.
the reason why I say Flau'jae, only thing I think she can be number 3. Only thing with Flau'jae is her motor.
Yeah,
Because if she has continuous energy, she's a little bit better than Olivia in a lot of areas. She got the height. Her shooting got to get a little better, consistent. Just the motor and the shooting, especially on defense. If she
mm,
show that this year, then I think she could overtake.
yeah. Yeah. So T Camilla kind of agrees with me. Yeah, I I see where you're going, and I understand what you're saying, Miss D. Um, when I'm looking at it from a positional standpoint and what the W needs right now,
Right.
um, I just see. I don't know. I mean,
It depends on the
that's
team.
valid.
It depends
Yeah, it
on what
depends on
team
the team.
because
It
they might
depends
want
on the
to,
team.
the traditional point guards. They might want some
Yeah,
teams might want that. Some teams might not want it. No, Kiki Rice is okay, but she's not. She's not top three. She's not
yeah.
top three.
Kiki's good, but it's Kiki.
She's not top
Kiki
three.
again. All
She's
these
first round.
guards can be interchangeable, right? So when you're looking
Well,
at these
certain
guards
people. I want.
and position
Yeah.
wise, so we also got to remember they're pulling people positional wise too, right? And
Right.
it's what does the W need the most right now? They're going to take all positions, but the positions that they need the most are going to be your more higher positions, and it's going to be those players that's going to stand out in those positions. So we know that the W needed uh, um, some bigs. So you had Kiki Arifin, who came in and people didn't pick her to play the way she did. I knew she could play that way because of the team she played for before she went to
Well, I
USC.
didn't like the reason why people thought that because the way USC used her,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason used her wrong
Mm-hmm.
for her
Mm-hmm.
skill set. Just go there and
Mm-hmm.
post up. That's not really her game necessarily. She's
No,
not a
it's not.
post up, right? So they try to post her, have her be a post up player, and she can
Yeah.
do so many things. She's versatile, and
Yeah.
it's not really her game. So it kind of took away from you. You
Yeah.
forget. And
Yeah.
Flau'jae would go good with the Mystics. You have Flau'jae. You have
I was trying to capture this one here.
I forget
Here we go. Oh no,
for the
it was the
Mystics.
one before that. Here we go.
Oh
It was a AL before.
yeah, they are.
The
It seems
W
like
is in
they are.
substituting black players for foreign players, black players.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, she'll go Soya Citron. I couldn't think of it. So Soya Citron and have a
Mm-hmm.
Flau'jae. That's a good young core
Yeah.
because they lost some guard play.
Mm-hmm.
When they took off Slim.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that would be
Well,
not a bad pick. What you think?
I mean, I can agree with that. I can attest to that.
That'd be a
Right.
good nice core.
Yeah, I
I can
think so
attest to
too.
that. That would be a good core. I would like to see that, but we're not
It's
gonna
a
see
rebuild.
that.
They already got it. They gonna keep Shakira. They got the bigs
Shakira said the same
and
thing
Kiki.
Angel said. Now, what if she gonna start the season, they gonna come back and they gonna penalize her for saying what she said.
Mm.
She said the same thing Angel said. So
I
are
can.
they
Well,
going? Are they going to challenge that?
that's a Sky thing. That's a Sky thing.
You know.
That's not
Well,
a
remember, hers was
the
at the end of the
Sky like that.
season, so I want to see if Washington is going to sit there and they're going to kind of, you know, put her on a out
I don't think so. That was something that the
because
Mm-hmm.
Sky did because they didn't get no sense.
they need Shakira. They need her.
Definitely, they know that.
When Shakira's at
I think they know that.
100%, Shakira is a
They're not
yeah,
like Chicago. They got some sense in their head.
yeah. She's a great player.
Yeah,
She's a great player
and she's still young.
when she's 100%. But when she's not
Right.
100%, I don't know. I just don't know. It doesn't look too good for her.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Shakira wants out too.
Yeah, I
She
think so
doesn't want to
too.
be part of the rebuild. This was Shakira's last year
Oh,
on
that's
her
not really a
rookie contract.
rebuild.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
they don't. That's not really a rebuild to me.
it
Well,
is.
what they
I
had,
think it
we're
is.
talking about this year how it looked. It was a rebuild, and that was one of the reasons why Slim wanted to go. Slim
You
wanted
know
to be
what?
with more
Even
Yeah,
with
veterans.
Slim, but
right.
they were still on the track to make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
They
but you
were.
could tell when
It's
Slim
just
But
they
left.
was young.
that's if
Woo,
Slim would have stayed.
stay right,
If
right.
Slim was not there the start of that season, they would not have been in
Got close.
contentions for the
Right,
playoff.
right, Tony. Yep.
They wouldn't have
Because
been in contention.
the minute
That would
Slim left,
that
they
was
start losing games.
yeah.
It wasn't the same. It was
It
like
just
I don't know.
Slim added some depth to that team when it came to speed and being able to find points where points were they were at a uh,
Hmm.
struggling point. She was able to will her way to score. And when you're willing your way to score, you're going to find points. And she just kept shooting until she got there, right? But it gave Slim an opportunity to show more dynamics of her game to where they thought it was lost, right? But she was able to show herself, and then when she wanted out, it was easy to market her for another team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it say? Slim should come to Chicago.
So
Well,
okay, well, no.
Nadira, that kind of hurt my ears
Unfortunately,
when I saw it.
unfortunately,
Look,
Chicago they got to fire that. They got to fire they got to fire the general manager and the coach and just kind of clean house. They do
Uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh.
I feel a little comfortable with saying, yeah, go to the sky, and they got to
Yeah,
build that facility. They have to
yeah.
build that facility because what they did an interview with Courtney Williams, and she was talking
Uh-huh.
about how they had to do certain things. They far as the facilities, and it was a hot mess. So they got
Yeah,
to actually
yeah,
have some available for them,
yeah.
or
ADP,
um,
make sure you're sharing.
yeah, I got it.
So,
I
okay,
hope I
good.
got it right. Look, I hope I did it right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
oh,
see
ready
you. I see
something,
you. I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
make
You
sure
see
you
me?
get your
Okay,
outreach. Yeah, I
okay.
see you. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But guys, it feels so good not to hear a Chicago name right now. I'm sorry, Nadira. It's just that I have flashbacks because last year they were trying to drive us crazy. So until our Christmas presents come, that the whole organization is gone or they sold the team, I just can't take it. They got to do something.
Oh, poor Tank. Poor Tank. It's all
They not. They
right.
not. Look, nobody's coming there until they get something right, guys. I'm just saying. If they do, it's gonna be like a forced thing. It ain't gonna be like, oh, I just want to be in Chicago.
Right, right.
And it's
I
not
don't
even
know.
Chicago. It's not even. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. It's not Chicago. It's the
There
organization
you
of that
go.
team. Let me
There you
correct that.
go. There
Go
you
ahead.
go.
So I'm sorry. I had a flashback.
No, hey, you are right. You are right. Hey, I'm not gonna take nothing away from how you feel. Everybody got their own personal view and feel the way
It
they
could be.
want to
It's a
feel.
nice city. It's a nice basketball city. You just
I
have
think
to
that Chicago will be well again. You just have to you have to make
facilities
changes. You
because
need a
Mhm.
a lot of these
facility and you have to make changes.
exactly they had to have their own locker. They used to having even in college the lockers are the facilities are real nice. The major programs. So they come into
Hmm.
that, then they go to the Chicago Sky like, what the hell is this? So a lot of these teams, the Aces, Phoenix,
Uh-huh.
who else got nice facilities? Uh, Aces, Phoenix, somebody else. But I think even Dallas
Uh
is building something. I forget who else.
Storm
So
Storm
they
have Storm have a nice facility.
Storm, yep, Storm.
Yeah.
So they looking for that. And then the Lakers, I mean Lakers, the Sparks. I saw
You got the
I did a
Lynx have a
video
nice
about that.
facility
Oh, it's
too.
gonna be nice. The Sparks
Yeah.
facility is gonna be real nice.
And the Sparks just adding on,
Oh
just
my
the
God.
enhancement of the Sparks is just adding on.
Yes.
So
Cause when they finish, theirs gonna be the best. It'll look like a facility. It look like it's nice what they gonna build.
mm-hmm.
So you
Yep.
gotta if they get that together, people want because it's like I said, the city of Chicago is a very good basketball town. So you gotta treat it as such. You gotta take advantage of that. It'd be
Yeah.
a very nice situation. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. ADP, make sure you add your link in there. So if someone's in the chat,
Oh,
guys,
okay.
if you're not following ADP and Miss D, please go ahead and follow them. So
Yes,
you're
yes.
notified every time they drop. And go, like and share. Like and share. Also drop a comment if you need at
I'm looking
best.
for 200 subscribers.
Yeah,
At
let's get
least
her
after
there.
this at
How many
least
you got, Miss D? How many you got right now?
194.
Yeah, come on, y'all. It's just 6. It's just 6. If you do in the chat or you're new to this channel or you're new
Oh, she
to
on 194.
our
Okay.
family, please make sure you get over there and go ahead and sub up so we get it to 200 for sure. But back to Olivia, I wanna just kind of put this quick little let you all see some of her highlights from when she was Let me pull this down. When she was at Notre Dame. Let's pull this up. Let me go ahead and hit play. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, not to get off the subject, Tony.
No, go ahead.
I was in Wally World today, guys, and I saw that I didn't even know she was 75, so pretty, Tony. She was like, guess how old I am? I was like, girl, I don't know, but you look good. And she was like 75. She looked 65, but she was 75. And she was LSU down. Purple hair, purple nails, purple. She had her LSU shirt, she had her wallet, her phone case, everything.
Girl, no way.
And she's from Louisiana, and we in there 30 minutes talking about LSU.
What?
Not just we talking about all the sports. Then we got back to basketball because she loved her some Kim Mulkey too, and it was just so good. We just did that, just talking about b-ball and all that kind of stuff. But
I love it.
Let me tell you something about LSU fans. They are dedicated. She spent
yes, we are
the breakdown and look. Talk about haters and all that stuff, but she was just so hilarious. Like, yeah, I got to represent with my shoes, everything. She was like, I'm not playing. She said to her like 4 years to, she straight up purple. So pretty, Tony, straight up purple.
Absolutely. That's how we rock.
No, I ain't seen on Kim Mulkey at Walmart. What goons? Why you put me on blast like that? You know I ain't supposed to be in Walmart. That's why I said Wally World.
Here we go.
If you run offense at her, you got to worry about.
Well, this should be fine.
It's away from her. She's so good.
Another steal, Hidalgo.
A lot of blitzing. A lot of blitzing.
Easy cup getters, y'all. I'll turn the volume down.
She continues to be a magician on the move.
In a game,
there you go. I turned it down a little bit.
Go over to a restaurant right on campus and walk home.
Just the in and out, split the defense.
That's your nacho basket.
Citron has to get it in, has timeouts if needed.
See how long she is, guys, when it comes to her legs and her arms.
And in! Olivia Miles with 2 seconds left.
Inbounds it, so they could not time out in advance. First of all, an incredible play by Olivia Miles. What a tough shot and finish. And then Notre Dame.
You know, their rest. And she made a good point. It's not just the rest of the game. It's all
off to the races we go.
Staff does in terms of recovery, whether it's
look at that speed.
2 or 3 times a day.
And as a guard, this is what you have to do. You just have to run through people, right? You get yourself in a great position to just run straight through them.
That are off the court that help you recover.
Like, girl, we don't stop me.
It's a difference from running through them versus running them over, right?
Right.
Run them over is a charge.
23. Hannah Hidalgo has 8 points on 3 made free throws. Williams
block.
denied by Olivia Miles.
There's the help that we talked about.
Yeah, this Notre Dame squad.
Right, Nadira.
It's Ivy. Here we go.
I agree.
Notre Dame experiencing.
Here we go. Bucket. See, she was able to. She just that pull-up game that she developed was good. I turned it down a little bit more up. Let's bring this down because y'all know how that goes. Pull it down till that is over. There we
have
go.
to love the celebration after the layup after she missed that last one as that 3 doesn't fall from Amarich. Miles quickly ahead the other way.
Between the legs is behind. But look at that.
Going here off the break where they're so prolific. Olivia Miles between her legs. Pass to Miles.
Tell me that girl ain't gonna be a great passer. And only gets better, only improves.
That's just so tough to get it over the 6'5" freshman Kate Koval. Meanwhile, Hidalgo, home run pass counted in the foul.
Yeah.
I think they're excellent on the defensive end, and that's where it starts for them. And I think their experiences last year in the NCAA tournament as
super slicey dicey. She finds you. Her vision is crazy. Look at that. Did you think she would make that shot? The way she fell off, nah.
Hannah Hidalgo, and then you got OMG, Olivia Miles. Good switch by Westbeld. Chris?
And they want to try to say she was a problem. Okay. She wasn't a problem. She was a dog on the court. still is.
No, they didn't say she was the problem, but I think
No, some
um
I'm not
I
saying
think
it. Some
unfortunately
social media did. Some social
that's
media.
weird because I don't think she was the problem. But
Not everybody gonna
I
agree,
think
with social media.
I
I'm
think that
proud of her too, T. Camilla.
I think what happened and as I said, that team should at least made to the Final Four at least. I think it got people. It became a battle between, but she didn't start it necessarily. A battle between her and Hannah. Who's going to take the shot? Who instead of just playing with it in the flow sometime.
Man.
Because they started off hot last year and then they went cold.
Yep.
Because both players, or at least Hannah, sometime will try to be a little too selfish with the ball. So, and I think Olivia, like, you know what, I'm tired of this.
Yeah. The other thing that I like about her game, she makes sure she spreads the floor, right? Because you have so much more you can do when the court is just open. I think that when we start talking about that one team ADP don't want us to talk about from the W, they don't know how to keep the floor big. You have to keep the floor big. It shrinks when you just start letting everybody crowd in. You can't get nothing done. Everybody's gonna stand around and say, "But why they standing around so much?" Because they don't know how to move around.
Three-point shot has been really good for Olivia Miles this year, but the Eagles were pretty good at taking the ball away themselves. Little no-look pass, but then it's Miles and Hidalgo.
Yes.
No foul was called, so it's just out of bounds off the Irish. Wagner, who gets as many offensive rebounds as anybody, averaging 3 per game.
Oh man.
Deep three from Miles is good. Jump to 45% has been massive this year.
I'm gonna pull next time I'll pull her up. I'm gonna pull up her high school highlights so you can see the difference on how she transitioned on her 3-point shooting.
But Tony,
because
you know what's sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying what's so great about this with Olivia Miles, like Felicia was saying, is coming out being out for 1 year with that injury and then coming back dominating last year and then coming back again and dominating again. That speaks volumes because not everybody can come back from an injury and play like Olivia Miles is playing. So we have to make sure we give her props.
But she also gave herself the time to recover too, just like Juju's doing right now. It's never a good thing to rush back.
Right.
When you give yourself time, you should be able to come back strong. The difference is with the W, they don't have that type of time because they're getting paid and the commissioners, those guys don't care.
Right.
They just don't care. So I'm not gonna show this whole thing, right? Because it just shows
I agree,
it shows a lot more, right?
I agree, Donna C. She did choose Hannah.
put
It
that
seemed like
back
she
up.
had a great like a daughter relationship.
Yeah.
It seemed like a daughter to her, and I don't think she was as close to Olivia. But even then, okay, fine, you have a bond with one player, but you have to learn. You have two talented guards, two of the best guards in the country.
Yep.
1-2 punch, and
that you recruited.
Right. And yes, you became closer to Hannah. She's like a daughter to you, I guess. That's what it seemed like. But you let Hannah just take crazy shots instead of kind of reeling Hannah in and say, "Hey, look, this team is talented. Shoot, they talented. They could have won the national championship. They got the talent for that. They had the talent last year.
Yeah.
But reel you in a little bit, like, hey, you can't take all those crazy shots. You gotta pass the ball sometime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree, honestly.
And I think too, like, yes, Olivia Miles would have been great on the Sky, but as of now, I don't see the Sky getting a chance to get Olivia Miles. They messed it up. You think the world didn't see how they treated Angel Reese? You think Olivia Miles didn't see that, and she talked to Angel? They messed that up with Olivia Miles. I don't see Olivia Miles going
Right, I
nowhere near
agree, ADP, because she saw that
Chicago
and she said,
Sky.
"Oh no," I'm going back
They
to school
watch. And she
because
gonna be up in the rankings, so she don't have to worry about it. She gonna. That's what
exactly
I'm
because
saying.
they
These
they traded their
ladies,
pick.
Right, and these ladies are making sure, guys. They are making sure they're going to dominate this year because they're not trying to go to. It's sad, but they're not trying to go to Chicago unless it's a clean house.
A clean house and make sure they got the facilities. They're like, okay, they
Yeah,
go to something, right?
because they're getting there, and I'm not doing a comparison from them to Angel Reese of where Angel Reese is or anything like that, but it's not going to be the same effect for the other players as it is with Angel.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I totally get it. You have to put yourself in that situation where you're saying, "Hey, um, we have her over here at TCU, and we want to make sure we get the best out of her. And once we get the best out of her, what do we have? Right? We have Haley Van Lith. If they keep Haley Van Lith once the season start, right?
Right.
However, you have her. You want her. You're gonna keep her. You're gonna move her. But at best, you still need two guard. You need two good point guards because when one go down, you have the other one. So if Haley doesn't put herself in a position to live up to the expectations of what that team needs, and she's either moved or let go, then you have the space, the cap space.
Well, they didn't, they screw the whole Chicago Sky organization because they did not give HBL a fair chance to do anything. And so, but I know how they work, Tony. I know how they do, but they didn't give her the fair. That's just like not comparing her and Shador, but that's just like, okay, go out here and swim, but you ain't got you ain't got nothing to swim with. You gonna drown. So it's like they set her. To me, it seemed like they set her up to fail, her and Maddie, without giving them a fair chance to get on the floor. Coming from TCU, that's what I'm saying. You think these ladies not talking? Everybody, from not just the ladies, the coaches and stuff. Look, you're gonna have to do your thing this year. You see what these teams looking like. You know what I'm saying? You need to get far up as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like, and I do feel like that, Tony. I feel like HBL may not return to. I just got this feeling, unless they regroup that organization or sell that team, I think they're gonna play in HBL's face. But hey, I'm just a fan.
Hey, HBL pulled out that picture that showed what's his name doing what he did, talking to a girl. So I mean, I just I'm sorry that was a little
HBO,
messy.
she
I should
has
have
to
said that.
also, yeah, she didn't get a fair shot, but also she has to see that she looked kind of scary out there. She'll get it together. Get in that weight room. Get in that
Of
weight
course, you would
room.
look scary, Miss D. If
I know, but she
they
still looks
just throwing
scary.
you out there without look.
I know, but she's still.
That's just like them putting Shador.
But
We
even
were
then,
so excited to see him get on that
even the
field,
stuff that we thought
but
she
not
could
giving him
do.
the proper reps. You
But
know what I'm
listen,
saying?
even the stuff that we thought she could do, like shoot, she couldn't shoot. I'm
Yeah.
I
like
hope
that's
so,
gonna be
Nadira.
your one of your major things. You just couldn't
She
shoot.
couldn't, but she can. We watched HBL.
ADP. Oh my
She can
God.
do it.
She can
I'm
do it. You got to
entitled to
do
my
it.
opinion, Miss
I don't
D,
want to.
for
I
real.
don't want to know that she can do it. I want you to do it. That's not That's not
No,
gonna help
that's your
them.
opinion. That's your
No, I'm just
opinion, though.
saying. I'm talking about what they think. I'm saying you got to
Your
be put in there.
opinion.
That's not that. Nope. I can't compare it to Shador. Shador is not
That's your
scary.
opinion. Again, that's your
She's
opinion.
not scary.
It doesn't matter. That's your
It
opinion.
do.
Okay, so
Okay,
Krishana.
ADP. I love it. With the rainbow. The girl can't be
No,
scary.
I'm not going back and forth with my
She's going
opinion.
she's going
I'm
to
not doing that.
play her way out if she don't do that. She's not she can't get the CC treatment. She got to get in there and do what she do. If you
Well,
can't just
I'm
do
entitled
the
to my
things
opinion.
the things that you could do like shooting, like okay, I even see that. We know that she have a hard time driving and stuff like that. But the shooting you got to have down pat.
Thank you,
Right.
AI. No problem.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
So I
your
can't compare.
saying, not mine.
I can't compare it to Shador. Can't do that.
That's
Right.
you. That's you.
Well, I'm gonna get back on this topic here with Olivia moving to
Right.
TCU and the
That's why they
balance.
drafted her because to market her, and they put her in a bad situation, knowing that she's not quite ready for certain situations. Maybe she should have went to a veteran team and not a rookie team, HBL. But man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Right now, my concern is for these because W is over right now, and I'm gonna stick to this right here, and all of our fantastic players in the NCAA that we have to kind of start having lots of conversations about on where they will best fit in the W, right? So we know that there's teams out there that could use people with it being open, say it's not a lockout and the season starts up. Where would these young ladies best fit? So, but first, in order to get there, you got to get to conference play. And you got to see what type of season they're going to have once they get into conference play. Then when we get down to the Sweet 16, you definitely know who's going to go where at that point, but you should know what the W is going to look like at that point too. But just the move for Olivia to make that decision to go to forego not going to the draft and also moving over to TCU was a breath of fresh air that I can see from her. She looks, I don't want to say use the term more happy, but she seems more free. And so you want to see that for players because then you're going to get the best out of them. And with seeing that and watching her ball out of control this season and having a stellar year, my thing is I want to know where she's going to end up. I know her point percentage from 15.4 is going to go up from that field goal percentage. I know that her assists are going to go up from 5.8 to more, even if it ended up being 6 or 7, because she's on a team now where passing is going to be easy. Those young ladies are going to capitalize, especially Suarez. Suarez is going to make her look good on those assist count. I like it. And then the rebound. You know, she has a big in there that can board. That 6'7" can board. But one thing I like about Olivia, she doesn't mind getting in there and getting dirty with the best of them. So that's going to be important for her. Mark Campbell, man, I'm just going to keep praising him for the generational talent that he keep pulling in, something that's going to help TCU stand out and pull forward. On top of helping Olivia with her own stance and her own ability and how she's going to look. Because with HVL going there last year, it really allowed HVL to truly stand out, which we knew what she was before she went to LSU. She was a big player, a big-time scorer, and then LSU wanted her to be a point guard. Right.
Well, she had, in the league, she has to play point guard. I can't see her playing.
No, I'm saying that. Yeah, I'm getting to that point, right?
Because she's gonna get beat
because up. That was Kim Mulkey's reasoning for making her a 1, and that's what I need people to understand. Because like, oh, she went there and she didn't look well. She went there and she didn't look well because she was in a new position. The team where she came from, did she play someone? Yes, but she was a shooting guard. So when you're a shooting guard and you can handle the ball like that, it's easy for you to maneuver around. It's easy for you to score because you can score off the dribble. Playing on the 3-on-3 for the U.S. Olympic team, USA team several times, and on Olympic team, it's easy for her, right? Because she can create, but she can create from the 2 position. But her height demanded her to be a 1. So that's why Mulkey put her in that position. Now, although she transferred to TCU, she still ended up in the same position, but it allowed her the weight that was on her under LSU to be taken off. And so she was easy. It was easy for her to play with comfort. And this is where we see Olivia Miles playing with comfort, playing free. And it's going to have a great time. Just the 2 games I saw out of what is it they've played now 7, the 2 that I've seen, she's just looked really relaxed, and just her energy can be infectious, and that's what you want. You want good infectious energy for your teammates to be able to follow you while you continue to lead without forcing the lead role.
So is
It's just going to come
Miles
natural.
and HBO the same size, right? Same Miles,
I think Miles is a little bit taller.
because she has to play the point. HBO, she has to play the point,
Of
and she
course.
has to start practicing. She can't do, because college is different. The players are even more bigger. They more they professionals. So you have to she got to get it together. I hope she's on the off season, because she has to learn how to run the point, because she's gonna get beat up trying to play a Jackie Young,
Yeah.
and that's not gonna
Right.
work.
But some of the other reasons why Olivia made the decision she made, she talked about it, right? She says, well, I'm just going to read this one little point that I pulled up, and I typed it. And it says, according to Olivia Miles, part of her reasoning was to refine her game. And that's what I talked about in the beginning. There's certain things of her game that she was very critical of herself when she was speaking on the Candace Parker show segment. She can be very critical of her own game, right? So the things where she feels that she needed to fine tune her game was another reason. One, as to why she stayed back, and two, to be able to make the move that she made and before going pro, on top of mentioning some of the NIL deal opportunities that she would be able to get moving there as well. So I did want you guys to know that, being a part of some of the reasons why
And I'm sad
she
because
made that
Ivy
decision.
didn't help her with that. Ivy was a pro. I'm not saying she was a star, but I said that she felt that she had to leave. But Ivy didn't really. I don't think she. I don't know. I just think Neo just wanted to mentor Hannah for some reason, and just not focus on both. But yeah, that's sad that she had to do that. That's sad, but hey, yeah.
Well,
Notre Dame could look. They lost Koval. They still could have been a decent team with Olivia, Hannah, and Koval, but they added some players, but yeah.
And then the other piece I just wanted to bring up, just her reasoning for leaving, and people calling it drama. That they're
No, it wasn't
calling it
drama.
beef, and it's not
Yeah,
really
that's kind of
beef, and
crazy.
there's
It
no
wasn't drama.
drama.
It's just that she
She
got
just
lost in
have
the
other
sauce.
things. She have other things that she wanted to do, other things in her game that she needed to and wanted to expand on.
Right.
And being under the helm that she was under was, to me, going to be difficult. So making the change to do that was a great idea. And what you think in that regards to ADP? I mean, I think that the change, just Big T Camilla and we spoke on it in the beginning of this session, and she said it too, that she looks more peaceful, which she does, right? But it allows her to work on the things that she feels she's critiqued herself on.
Yeah, I think it allows her to be more of herself, because she's still growing into herself. So I think it allows her to be more free, and she's not behind someone or beside someone that they clash.
Yeah.
They're gonna clash. It seemed like they were clashing regardless, and that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes it works out in the beginning, and later on it just doesn't. So I feel like for her to go to TCU, this is like her second chance to say, "Hey, I'm still Olivia. I just need to be me. I need you guys to see it instead of me being behind somebody, or you know what I'm saying."
Yeah.
She's able to be upfront. You're able to see more of her. She's able to have more freedom, and she's a team player.
Yeah.
That's 100% big difference. She's a team player. She's not holding on to the ball and saying it's all about her. And that makes a difference when you're playing for different teams.
Right.
And
I mean,
especially going in the W.
Yeah. And I know people also, still to this day think that her leaving was because she and Hannah didn't mesh. You clearly, I just showed you highlights where they meshed well on the court, right? I think that when Hannah was out for a couple games, when she came back, and she just kind of just started jacking up and doing what she's doing right now, I don't think it was due to the fact that it was a role where, hey, I'm going to show you who's in charge type of deal. It was one of those things. I missed some games. I need to put up some numbers. This is what I do. When I get the ball, I'm shooting it, right? And it's not always about that. It's about playing within the realm of the team. And sometimes Olivia Miles just doesn't look like that player that is confrontational in that aspect, and she would rather move around because, again, she's like a you right now. ADP.
Right.
She's that positive person. She wants to give off that aura that I want to play for a team. I don't want there to be any drama. I'm not going to play this battle where we go back and forth. This is what we're doing. And the legacy of what she is, she wants it to stand for something. And
Right.
so
And here's the thing,
I agree
too.
with that.
Yeah, and here's the thing, so pretty Tony. Before we couldn't see a lot of we saw it, but we couldn't really see it. We saw the speculation, we saw them play the game, but but for this year, we're actually seeing it up close with
Yeah.
how Hannah is playing and how Olivia is playing. So I know to me it goes back to like not everybody, but some who really was the problem because
Yeah.
there's a difference. If it was the same, them doing the same thing, then we could say okay, or whatever. But they're doing different things.
Yeah.
You got one that's holding on to something and one that wants to share.
Yeah.
Does that make them bad players? No, it does not. They're just maybe that sometimes you grow apart when you're playing with someone, but you definitely see a difference in the two players who used to play together on the same team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just her making the change, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get ready to close this out. Just her getting, putting herself in a position to make the change, and the pressures of what the W would have brought. Staying in college another year was just, I mean, it was a big risk, but also a good risk that she could take. And so I think that it's going to fare well where she's at. And people going to watch closely, just like I'm going to watch closely. And I just can't wait to see what's next for her. The playing style of her and it's just different that Campbell had in the system that she was running. And with the system that she has, and we just saw it what was it, the other night, watching Hannah play and watching them barely squeak by USC with a freshman leading the team. Nevertheless, I think that is one of those opportunities that Campbell, too, as a coach, can have to figure out. Here's where we are. I'm sorry, the playing style of a TCU Campbell coach, but what's her name at Campbell is the coach at TCU, but the coach over at her playing style, the way she runs things, it just does. It seems like it could be a situation because Hannah just wants to kind of create and do her own thing. But until, like I just said on your live last night, that had the coach not called the 2 times out early on in the game, then Hannah probably still would have went on the rant that she went on and forgot about the fact that there was 4 other players on the court with her that's playing with her and was doing her own thing. Once it seemed like that talking to took place in that second huddle. It looks like it was said in the first, but the second huddle was just, you going to do this or you going to probably sit next to me. It just kind of changed things. But the playing style for Campbell, on the other hand, for Olivia, it's going to be great. It allows her to be free. It allows her to be comfortable. It allows her to pass and defend and talk to her teammates from that leader perspective to what she needs to show. And it will help out later on in the W.
Yeah, and we see growth.
Yeah,
see a lot of growth.
you're gonna see growth.
I got a question. Who
What's
got
your
the number
end?
3 pick?
Who has the number 3 pick right now?
Well, who's projected to be the number? It don't necessarily.
Right now, it's Olivia.
No, the team. What team has the? I forget what they said.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't just spill it off right now because I don't remember.
The right fit. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
right fit team. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm not arguing with y'all. I'm just making a point. That's all. I'm just making a point on certain players. It's not an argument. I'm just looking at what I see from these certain players.
No, I'm saying, are you
and
talking
they don't.
about from the chat, or are you talking about up here on the
Well,
panel?
both.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Are you
Like
talking
I feel
about the
like I'm
number 3
arguing.
play?
I'm not
No,
arguing
no,
anybody.
you're saying
I'm
the
just
number
making.
3
I'm making.
pick from. No, you're saying the number 3 pick from the W, or the number 3 pick from
Yeah,
the
the W because
NCAA.
from the W because Olivia. It depends on what team she go to. I think it was a great idea for her not to possibly be picked by the sky because of the front office drama and the coach. I don't know if they would have meshed,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it'd have
I
been
think
something else.
Olivia's just a player. She reminds me in that aspect of HVL, right? She's gonna come in and she's gonna play and she's gonna do what she has to do, regardless to who her coach is, whether there's drama or there isn't, because once you're picked, you're going to that team regardless.
Right. That's what I said. I
Her
hope she's
coming
not like
back
Jewel.
another year was solely about her game, where she wanted to
Right.
improve in areas. And I commend her for wanting to do that, because some players will say, no, I'm going, and then their game struggles. So
Well, can I say this? Can I
no,
say
go ahead.
this? I'm very
Go ahead.
concerned. She's a great player. I'm very concerned with her mental, and I'll tell you why. It
Go ahead.
seems like she's older than Hannah. I'm not trying to bring her back up. And it's like her personality, she has to tell people, hey, get out my face. She has to be a little more aggressive as far as that. And I think sometimes even Jewel Lloyd struggle with that because with the Skylar situation, it's so similar. And I want her to
Some
be.
people they just don't,
I know,
they're
but sometimes
just
you're gonna
peaceful.
she gonna do. She look. There's a lot of Hannahs, as far as that dominant personality. Not a bad person. She just got that aggressive personality. I want to see how she deal with that. She got talent. It's going to be the professional level. Is you got very dominant personalities. How do you handle that?
I mean, she'll
That's all
handle
I'm
it
saying.
well. She will
I hope
handle it
so.
well. She
I hope so.
didn't leave based on Hannah's personality.
But it still got crazy. It
So
still got
I
crazy.
mean, it got crazy based on a comment that was made about something personal, but it wasn't about the game, right? So
No,
from a
I'm not.
game
I'm not talking about her
perspective,
game. I'm talking about her. How does she handle? Because Hannah got that fiery personality. How
I
does she
think she'll be
handle?
fine. I think she'll
Okay, I
be
hope so.
fine.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she'll be fine. She's a ball player, right? And
yeah,
when you're a
yeah.
ball player, you know that there's moments that happen, and you'll
Right,
run
right.
into different things like that all the time. And I'm sure that this isn't the first time that this has come across her lane, right? When you're a top player, you're
Don't say
always
that
gonna run into
504.
that.
Don't say that. Don't do it. Don't
You're
do
all
it.
gonna they're all gonna run into that. When you're her, you're gonna run into it. It doesn't matter.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right.
So I think
How
that
does she
she's
handle that?
fine. I
I hope
think
so.
that all
Yeah.
players they all go through something. Even the best of them that hide it well, they all go through something, but you just have to be able to work through it. That's
You gotta learn how to tell
my
people
mic
back
came
up,
out. Sorry.
chill out. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sorry, my mic detached. No, however, they all go through that. So you just have to, you'll cope with it. And I think she's going to cope with it just fine. So I don't see that being an issue for her in the W, as well as continuously. If she had to stay with Notre Dame and she couldn't move, I think, and she wanted to stay another year, I think she would have been fine, because she's able to work through it. I mean, play through it, not work through it. She's able to play through it. And if you're able to play through it, you'll be just fine. What you do on your off hours and trying to, do some soul searching with a therapist and talking it out or whatever, right? You get through it. But it's those are things that happen in everyday life as well. You at a
Definitely.
job and
Definitely.
you
I already
have
know.
people that you work with at
I'm sure
jobs
you
that
do.
are the
Right.
same way.
Right.
And you just have to, if you want to keep your job, you do what you have to do to keep your job,
No, I'm not saying be
as well as your
confrontational. I'm
sanity.
just saying, you just have to be take up for yourself. You feel
Yeah,
like
I mean, I don't feel that she's gonna let anybody push her over, has or will let anybody push her over. I just don't see that. Just because you're not confrontational doesn't mean that you're letting people
No, I'm
push
not
you
saying
over.
that. You're right. I'm not saying be confrontational. I know what you're
Hmm.
saying. I just,
Yeah, no, I get
that
you.
situation, that's sad what happened to Jewel. Like, look, You look, get off my back. But
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta,
Yeah.
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 But
So
everybody in chat like, this girl always confrontational. No, I'm not. I'm just y'all
go
not
ahead.
get what I'm saying. But y'all gonna see.
What's your closeout, ADP?
I just want to see all Olivia Miles at her best this season before she goes into the W. I think she'll have more freedom. She's having more freedom at TCU, so she's looking good. Her she seemed like she's okay or whatever and stuff. We'll just have to wait and see further, in the season. But for now, she's doing good and she's making a big difference, like a 3-point shooting. I mean, just so many things that she's from last year to this year of just look, improvements here and there or whatever and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think Olivia's gonna be fine. I do see her moving up from 3, but hey, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But she's looking good. She's definitely looking good because
I
the
like
way
it,
she's
man.
moving on that court and the way she handled that ball, that makes a difference.
Yep, I like it. Y'all know my dog just went outside. She feels like barking at the park. There's a park in my backyard. So
no.
Just don't mind the crazy dog.
That's all right.
There go my girl Sanchez. There she is, the Camilla. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched TCU, go watch TCU. This is a duel like no other.
Where she come from? Has she been on the team, Tony?
No, she was another transfer. I forgot where she transferred from. In the chat, where did Suarez transfer from?
Okay.
Let's see. Get down, girl. You come
Because
from
usually
outside
y'all
and want to
do the
jump on there.
players.
Sit down. Yeah. She was a surprise to me because I really didn't look her up until I watched them play, and I was like, they got her. Man, she's good because she was hurt. She was injured. So since she was on injured reserve, it's easy to forget about a player, right? Where they came from and what they did prior to, unless they are like an Olivia Miles. She was a name, but she was one that it was a forgotten name last season. So here she is. She's back. She's in full effect, and she's ready to rumble. She's ready, y'all. I'm just telling you. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's already beautiful. It's already beautiful. It's already beautiful.
I gotta make sure I catch up and go back and rewatch.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what time Full Court Trio coming on. Are they on already, guys? I think they're gonna be coming on soon if they're not already on.
I don't know. Did they reschedule? Because it's looking.
Oh, did they?
I don't know. It says the 24th when I looked at.
Okay, then they rescheduled.
I'm not for sure because it looks like the same. Let me see. It looked like the same thumbnail. So I think they rescheduled.
No, it's because it's still the same. It's just they probably pushed it back.
Okay. That's what it is. If it's the same, so pretty Tony, they pushed it to the 24th.
To the 24th? Okay, yeah, I hadn't had a chance to look at it. I went to go hang out with my grandbaby today, the new one. I got 2 now, but they were both in there. The 2-year-old wanna wrestle, and then the baby was in my hand, and he told me that's his best friend. And so, I was holding his best friend. That's the cutest thing ever. I've never heard of that from a 2-year-old. That's my best friend. He said that's his best friend. I hope he still remembers that when they're 10 and 8 and 10. And I want him to still say, that's my best friend. That's my little brother. That's my best friend.
That's the foundation of his parents, That's the foundation of his parents and his grandparents. And, they like, okay, you got a sibling coming. This is this, so they kind of like prepared him a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
well, I am going to end this because So Pretty Tony is actually going to get out tonight herself and do something because I haven't done anything. So otherwise I will be hanging with the chat and you guys for the next 2-3 hours. However, I gotta get ready to parlay, and y'all will probably see some stuff on TikTok or Instagram or something. Who knows?
I see y'all.
Who knows?
You and Miss D doing y'all pre-records. I see y'all doing them.
But see, I took mine. Yeah, I'm just saying you gotta catch up.
Yeah,
you gotta catch up. I was worried about you there for a minute. Me and Ms. D, we said it just the other day. Hey, have you heard from ADP? I was talking to you every day, and then somehow you just fell off the map. What's going on?
Well, I got to get. Well, I thought I had an upgrade, so I don't have an upgrade. So the iPhone is not like you're gonna be paying like 100 or 200. So I'll be getting it on Friday of the 20th. Yeah.
All right. Then we're gonna be back in business. All right.
Yes.
Back in business. Good.
Yeah, we'll be back in business then.
And so, guys, Ms. D, you have anything else before we get ready to get up out of here?
No, just thank you for inviting me up.
Yeah, of course, anytime. I love you, ladies. Y'all family. Anytime.
Thank you, and you enjoy your day.
Yeah, enjoy your
night. I am. That's if my night could be just catching up on sleep too. But one of the two, I'm gonna do something in the next few minutes. But all right, chat. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you, ladies. Again, if y'all not following these ladies, go ahead, pull them up, hit that subscribe button, get those subs up for them. Let's get Ms. D to 200 ADP rocking and rolling with her channel. Where you at, ADP?
Girl, I'm at 532.
Hey, that's good.
But
we're rocking. That's because we haven't seen you in a little bit. You gotta get back on your grind.
Yeah, and look, YouTube. But you know how YouTube. I'm sorry, I'm not going against you guys, but y'all shady sometimes. I see what y'all be doing to ADP. So,
snap.
But I love you,
YouTube. We love YouTube. But again, thank everybody in the chat. I appreciate you. She wins. 80. You got T. Camilla, AL504, June Brown. Who else been in this chat? You had Goon in here for a while. You had Donna C. Who else we had? We had what's that? We had Meta Green.
And let me see who. I think
I can't. You know what? Don't mind me. I got my glasses on. Don't chalk me up to this game right now. I got my glasses on.
Beckham, B. Beckham. I hope I'm saying his name right. Nadira. You had Nadira.
Yeah. So again, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you for coming through. I know some they had their moments in the chat and they're gone, and it is that time. Although I did want this to be under an hour. Here we are, almost hour and a half, but it works either way.
You did good.
I appreciate you, ladies. And again, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, and we're gonna wrap this up right now.
Guys, I see you guys.
Deep dive into Olivia Miles and transferring on over. And with that, guys, we're gonna head on out. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.